So this short video is going to go over how to use an FTP client with the Gilix platform. You're going to have to download an FTP client of choice onto your machine, whether that be Mac or Windows. In this demo, we're going to use the FileZilla FTP client, and you can review what CNET says about FileZilla and download the application at the URL below. So as far as steps go, we're going to log into the BrainHoney domain either as an admin or a teacher, somebody that has proper permissions. You can either add files to your course through an FTP client as a teacher, and we'll show how to do that. Or you can add files to the domain if you're an administrator, and we'll walk through that as well.
Okay, so let's take a look at how to use a FTP client. Whether it's for a domain or for a course, the process is the same. So I'm going to log in this case as an admin, and I'm going to go to the sprocket, and all content that's related to the domain actually sits in this content folder. And what I want to do is I want to add some additional items into the content folder that will allow me to use the Buzz interface. Now down here on the bottom you'll see that there is information on how to access the domain via a specific, in this case, domain ID, as well as the user account, sample domain /admin. And you'll notice that the highlighted number is the same as the domain ID, which in the system everything is created using unique ID. So courses would have their own ID, domains have their own ID, so on and so forth. So I'm going to go and load up the FileZilla software, and if you click on the upper left hand side to open the site manager, what you want to do is create a new site. In this case I've already got one here set up so that I can just simply go to various BrainHoney sites, but in this case I'm going to copy this site and I'm actually going to create one specific to my sample domain. So when I click on it, it'll always go to the right domain. And so in here we're going to put gls.agilix.com, file transfer as normal. We're going to put in the correct username and the correct password for that. And then when we come to the advanced, this is where we have to make sure we're putting in the right number. This takes us to a domain or to a course and allows us to work in that space. So I'm going to go ahead and say OK. And now I'm going to use the drop down and actually go to the sample domain. So when I get to the sample domain, you can see that it's got a couple of folders here, and if I tab back over, here are the same two folders, so it's reading and writing into the same location. And what I want to do is I want to add a few more files into the public folder and specifically into the shadow folder. You can see I've got 2 items in there currently, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab a couple of more files that I'm going to put in there. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to grab this guy and I can take it down here and drop it. I could also take it directly over here, either way works, and then I'm going to go ahead and transfer the rest of the file. So I'm going to process the queue, and you can see now it's going to start bringing over those files. Now the nice thing about FileZilla is it will tell you how many were successfully transferred and how many failed, and if you have failed files then you can re-queue them up and send them again. So if you have lots of files and you want to manage your folders, rename folders, things of that nature, using a file transfer protocol like FileZilla is a very helpful thing to do. So now if I continue to drive down into the apps, you'll see that it's got a Buzz folder, and inside the Buzz folder it's got more files inside the Badges folder, and again all of this aligns directly with what's now over here. So if I go into the shadow and I do a refresh, come back over to content, you can see that all those files and folders have now been created. So the same thing occurs on a course. If I came back over here and found a course inside the domain and I double clicked on that course and I went to the syllabus for that course, actually I really wouldn't even need to go any further. I could actually just come right here, copy that, come back over because it's unique, and I could come back over here, and this is another cheater way to do this, but I can just actually pop it in right there, Well, this may, yeah, this will work because I have permissions with that name. And so now you can see all the asset folders that are sitting in that one, which mirror, if I came to the syllabus, the same set of assets over on the right hand resource pane. So over on the right hand side, if I look for files, here's all the same files that I just had on the FTP site. And if you came down here and you said add, and you said multiple files, here's the same information that you would need. And really it's just the course ID, that's the important thing, and a user account with the correct permissions. So if I'm a teacher, that works. My name, my login, prefix, and username would be valid enough for me to work with any courses I have permissions in. So that's how it works. Good luck. Hi, welcome to the Hive. My name's Thomas Collette, and this is my personal collection of video training material for Brain Honey and Buzz. If you like the videos, go ahead and check like, and if you want to subscribe to my channel, that would be great as well. If you subscribe and then you leave me a comment, I'll go ahead and add more videos to the things that you'd like to see. Happy training. Good luck with your applications.